Hey guys, Austin and Jonathan here
What's up?
with your next weekly whiteboard. So what are we talking about today, Jonathan?
Lions and tigers and bears. Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
No, too many surveys, inspections, and appraisals.
Oof. Okay.
Those big three.
All right. So the reason we're talking about survey, inspection, and appraisal today is this is something that comes up a lot, especially with first-time homeowners. And realtors, you know what these things are, but it's important that you're also helping coach your home buyers through this. This is a conversation we have a lot. What's the difference? What's required?
Yeah.
Why do we need these things? And who's responsible for it?
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, what's the main point of a survey?
Well, the big thing with a survey is we need to know where that home is located and that the ownership property lines are where they're supposed to be. No easements and things like that.
Yeah, no encroachments. You want to make sure that your property is essentially clean and that your house is exactly where it is. So the point of the survey is location of the home and making sure that it's something that's going to have clean title. So what about inspections? This is something you're familiar with.
Yeah, so inspections can be very deep, very wide, but the big things are structural and mechanical. Those are the two primary ones, and then there's tons of secondary inspections: electrical, roof, foundation, plumbing, termite. It can kind of go on and on. So
yeah, and so what are we checking for with the inspections?
just the condition. I mean,
Yeah.
the condition of the home. Is it in a condition that you want to buy it, you know? Are there things that need to be fixed? Or are there things that might tell you don't want to buy the house? You need to understand the condition.
Yep. And then lastly, the appraisal. What's the appraisal do for us?
The big thing with the appraisal is we need to know what the value of the home is. And so an appraisal is done with a comparative market analysis. They look at comparables in the neighborhood of like build, like condition, and an appraiser will assess the value of that property.
Perfect. So all three of these, pretty important when you're buying a house. You want to make sure that your house is where it's supposed to be on your property, that no other people are encroaching on that, or that your property is not encroaching on anyone else. You want to make sure the condition of the house is exactly what you think it is and what you intend to be buying it for. And of course, value. That's really the most important, especially from the lending standpoint.
Absolutely. And even if you're a cash buyer, still getting an appraisal. It's a good thing to have in your back pocket.
And then, so which one of these do we require from a lending standpoint?
So the appraisal is a requirement. If you're getting a mortgage, we have to have an appraisal. That's part of it. We need to be able to underwrite you with your income, your employment, but also the value of the asset that you're purchasing.
Yep. What about an inspection?
So an inspection is totally up to you. If you're a diligent home buyer or working with a good agent, they will not let you buy a house without an inspection done. So we're huge proponents of getting it done, but it is not required.
Yeah, and it's not something you're even going to provide to us. So it's up to you, but we don't require it. Finally, survey.
Yeah, so a survey is absolutely required. You have title insurance for the homeowner, and also as your lender, we have an insurance policy as well, and so they have to be no encroachments and things like that, and so we need an updated survey. Many cases you can use an existing survey, which can save you a little bit of money not having to order a new one.
Yep. Yeah, if the seller's got a survey that the title company's good with, then the title company will typically use that. If the survey is more than 10 years old and everything's still okay, that's where things kind of get wishy-washy. Sometimes the title company will accept it, sometimes they won't. So just be cognizant. If the survey is more than 10 years old, probably going to need a new one, probably want a new one. And then, of course, if any
New
improvements
structure,
have been done to the property
You
since
want a new
last
survey.
title company is going to require that. So
Yeah.
we lean on title for that. And then who's facilitating it is basically like we just went through on who needs it. So the survey, it's really needed by title. So title's going to order that most of the time. The inspection, that's going to be on the homeowner. So if you're working with a real estate agent, they're going to have a recommendation most likely for you to get your inspection.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the appraisal, that's going to be up to the lender. We have to take care of that to keep everything arm's length transaction.
Yep.
So one other thing that comes up a lot, Jonathan, when we're talking about appraisals is the appraiser has to go out and inspect the property.
Yeah,
and
physical.
people get confused between that verbiage.
Inspection versus that inspection.
Yeah, the
Good
appraiser
point.
is going to go out and inspect the property. He's not giving you a full inspection. He is just checking to make sure that the home is in, or she is making sure that the home is in livable condition. So that's, when we're talking about an appraisal inspection versus a property inspection, those are two different things. So.
Yep. So that's surveys, inspection, and appraisals, guys. And we just thought that would bring some clarity, some information, try to make it fun for you. Continue to like and comment our videos. As always, hit up on Austin and I if you have any questions about any of these three. We're here to help out.
Woo!
Adios.
Adios.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Welcome to this next segment of Sports Center. Alongside me, my co-host, Austin Baker, with your big game recap.
All right, how about them LSU Tigers?
Go Joe and the Bayou Bengals.
All right, come on.
Okay, here we go.
All right.